From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. Here's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, Adam Dunn and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Hideki Matsui, Coco Crisp, and the Oakland Athletics. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the finale of this four-game set and the finale of this 10-game homestand. Sox are 5-4 on the homestand. We have taken 2 out of the first 3 from Oakland. Beautiful win yesterday, 3-2. Johnny Danks picking up his second victory of the season. Game-saving catch by Brent Lillibridge. But this afternoon, good man going to the bump.
Philip Humber goes to the mound today. He's 5-3, his ERA in the high 2s. He's been absolutely brilliant, our most consistent pitcher, and hopefully more of the same today. It's a beautiful day to pitch. And the Sox find themselves 4.5 games in back of Cleveland and Detroit, who are tied for first place. So this is a big one today. And Guillermo Moscoso going to the mound for the Athletics. He's 2-2, his ERA in the low 3s. He's actually been a pretty good pitcher, but look for him today not to go too much farther than 5 innings. That's what he's been doing. He's been around. He was with Texas, originally with the Tigers. Now he finds himself in the rotation because of all the injuries to the Athletics. So this is the day that we can get a little closer to first place, I do believe.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway. Choose from many delicious regular footlong subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Uverse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
And only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Just a beautiful day for baseball. There are some wispy clouds overhead, but the temperature is ideal. And the Sox come in 4.5 games in back of both Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland is losing early to the Yankees, and Detroit is winning 2-0 heading into the bottom of the fourth against Seattle. Philip Humber has been absolutely brilliant the last 8 starts. He's been brilliant all year. He's 4-1, the ERA 2.37. Just 38 hits in 57 innings. He gets everything over the plate. Opponents hitting just 187. And he will attack the strike zone with the fastball early. Then he uses the slider and the curveball to wipe them out. And so far it's just been an enchanted year for Philip. Hopefully more the same today. 54 degrees at game time, but in the sun it feels much warmer than that. The wind is a factor as the White Sox take the field. So we'll take a look at Bob Melvin. A's lineup. Coco Crisp leading it off, and Cliff Pennington, who's had a pretty good series, followed by Sweeney, Matsui, the DH, with DeJesus, Barton, Sizemore, Powell, and Jemile Weeks, who's also been pretty impressive. The Suzuki defensive setup and how they'll line up behind Humber. Pierre, Rios, and Quentin left to right in the infield. Mark Teahen gets a shot at third base, along with Ramirez, Vizquel, and Dunn at first. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Philip Humber. You look at those numbers, the right-hander's hitting a paltry 133 against him. He's just going out there each and every time, usually going at least 7 innings. And middle relief has ceased to exist when Philip goes to the mound. Follow all of today's stats and info in real time with White Sox In Game Live, only on CSNChicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape. Ozzie likes the way things are going. This has not been the greatest homestand, but at 5-4, a win today certainly would cap it off, and then it's on the road to both Minnesota and another installment of interleague play with the Diamondbacks as Bob Melvin, who has taken over from Bob Guerin, is 1-2 in his first 3 games. He's a pretty solid manager with stints at Seattle, and then a pretty good run at it with the Arizona Diamondbacks, where he finished 2nd, 4th, 1st, and 2nd before losing his job and finally getting an opportunity to come back, and he's a vision in green. So they're throwing the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here from beautiful U.S. Cellular Field on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us. Coco Crisp gets set to lead it off against Humber. And the 28-year-old right-hander's first pitch of the ball game. Tries to bunt it, and the count 0-1. Crisp comes in hitting at .254 on the season with 2 homers and 20 RBIs. Coco is 2 for 14 in this series. And the Oakland club comes in hitting at .239 as a team with a 3.34 team ERA, which leads the American League. Seattle is second.
Crisp started out his career with the Cleveland Indians, then to Boston, then to Kansas City, and now with Oakland.
And there's a solid single to left, so good speed aboard. He is 18 for 23 in stolen bases. And this is 1,000th career hit. And they want the ball. Adam just gives it.
I would think so.
To Coco. Do what you want to with it. I don't care.
Well, I would think with the lack of power on this Oakland team, and they don't have a whole lot of it, especially with Willingham out of the lineup, they're going to do a little running today, or at least try to.
Here's Pennington. The shortstop takes outside. He comes in hitting at .271, 3 homers, 18 driven in. But last 29 ball games, he has been swinging that lumber. Hitting .327 for the last 29. Oh, he may have been going right there, leaning the wrong way. Anyway, this is the 10th and final meeting of the year between these two clubs. Sox hold a 5-4 season series edge. Outfield slightly to the left. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Long set, he does not go. Pitch out, nothing on.
Well, Pennington has been good from both sides of the plate recently, but you'd rather face him as a left-hand hitter. He's a 100-point better hitter as a right-hand hitter.
He has faced Humber one time and he has one hit. There he goes. No chance.
Once you call the pitch out and he's not running on the second pitch, you can't call another one. And it was a relatively easy steal. Gets a good jump. Throw bounces well in front of Omar.
Pennington 5 for 11 in this series. Now he's got a job to do, and that'll get it done. So trouble right here for Humber in the top of the first inning. Runners at the corners and nobody out. So you got to forget about the man at third and go from there.
A Dodge pitch tracks. A low fastball down the middle. And Pennington continues his red hot hitting. The runners at the corners, nobody out, and a whole cornucopia of left-hand hitters to face Humber today.
Here's Ryan Sweeney hitting at .282, no homers. He's driven in 6. First pitch strike, change up. Sweeney 1 for 3 lifetime off Humber.
There's only one right-hand hitter in the lineup. And that's Sizemore, and he's hitting in the 7th spot.
They have 4 switch hitters in this lineup. Crisp, Pennington, Powell, and Weeks. And there's a strike with the fastball. So they count 0-2. Sox took the opener 9-4 behind Mark Buehrle. Buehrle's 17th career victory over these Athletics. Then in game 2, well, that was not a good game. We had a 5-3 lead. Top of the 9th inning. 2 out, nobody on. 0-2 on the hitter. And they came back and scored 4 runs to beat a 7-5. Yes, he did. He gone. 1 out.
Couple of fastballs and the wipeout curveball, and Sweeney is retired relatively easily. AJ does a nice job of blocking a pitch in the dirt so that no advancement, keeping the double play in order. You can get Matsui to hit the ball on the ground.
Hideki hitting at .219, 4 homers. He's driven in 24. He's 4 for 10 in this series with a homer, and he's knocked in 4.
Rounded into 6 double plays this year. That's tied for the team lead in that department.
And that changeup misses outside. He's played 8 games against us this season. And in those 8 games, he has 7 RBIs. Another change up. And the count 2-0.
The umpires today. Ed Rapuano behind the plate. He's a crew chief. Ryan Honora at first. Alfonso Marquez at second. And Ed Hickox is at third.
Three in a row. And the count 3-0. DeJesus on deck.
Against the White Sox, Matsui has been always a big threat.
There's one. Well, Matsui this year hitting a .370 against us. When he was with the Yankees, he didn't hit that much for average, but he drove in some big runs. Seems like every run he drove in either tied or put the Yankees ahead. There goes the runner. That ball high and deep into right center field. Quentin back on the track. Gets it back in. So Crisp scores, and it's 1-0 A's.
RBI number 25 for Matsui. Now keep your eye on Pennington, because odds are he'll be going somewhere in this sequence, probably early.
Well, he's 6 for 11 in stolen bases, but here's DeJesus. Takes that fastball high and wide. So Crisp with the single to open up the ball game. Steals second for his 19th. And Pennington gets him over with a single into right. Sweeney strikes out. Matsui with the sacrifice fly.
Bob Melvin wants to run. This will be the pitch to run. This is the pitch that Crisp ran out.
He does not go, and there's 3-0. So Humber having control problems right here. This is uncharacteristic. Usually he pounds it right on in there and gets ahead of all the hitters. That's one reason he's been so effective.
He's only thrown strike 1 to 2 of the 5 Oakland hitters he's faced.
And there's the strike. DeJesus, .260 lifetime hitter with 5 homers and 40 RBIs against us. No sense in looking over there now. Not going to pitch out. There's the 3-1 foul back, so a full count.
Dunn's going to play behind Pennington at least a step.
Payoff. So the walk, and that'll bring up Derek Barton. Hitting at .220, no homers. He's driven in 17. Two on, 2 out, 1 in. And there's first pitch strike. Barton just wore us out there in that series at Coliseum. On the season, he's 10 for 27 with 5 RBIs.
And last year, a pretty decent year last year at 273. And he walked 110 times. For a non-power hitter, that's pretty good.
Curveball low. So a long, toilsome first inning for Umber. And the count 2-1.
It's about to deliver pitch number 25.
And number 25 is a strike.
Looks like Ed Rapuano is going to give him an inch or two off the outside corner. It's probably a good place to go back to.
He gone. So with all that, he only gives up 1. We'll go to the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0.
We want Pierre leading off, then Lexi Ramirez, Carlos Quentin, Paul Konerko, the DH, with AJ in the 5 spot, then Rios, Dunn, Vizquel, and Martin getting the nod at third base and hitting 9. The Suzuki defensive setup and how they'll line up behind Moscoso. Sweeney, Crisp, and DeJesus left to right. Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, and Barton. Howell behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Guillermo Moscoso. He's 2-0 this year. His first 2 major league wins. This is his 4th start. He's mostly going to rely on the fastball.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Juan Pierre will lead it off against the 27-year-old right-hander. First time any of our guys have faced this right-hander out of Maracay, Venezuela, now resides in Lakeland, Florida. And there's a pop-up. So 1 out. That'll bring up Alexei, hitting at 297, 6 homers, 33 driven in.
This is the first time Landon Powell has ever caught him in a game. He's warmed him up. But we'll see how he works him. Suzuki worked a lot of fastballs with him behind the plate.
Oh, 1-1 the count. Sox come in hitting at 257 as a club with a 4.10 ERA. And that changeup way out in front.
He has both a curve and a slider. Won't use him a whole lot. The slider probably a bit better than the curveball.
That's outside. That Seattle-Detroit game in the top of the 5th. Tigers leading 2-1. That's Porcello against Felix Hernandez. Checks it up, fouls it off. Beautiful afternoon here in the beautiful city. Jams him, jams himself. So with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click this afternoon. Jim Angio, our direction of the crew, went with Omar Vizquel. At some point he's going with Adam Dunn and Rick Leary, father of Mike, father-in-law of Nicole, soon to be a granddaddy. We're going to go with Mark Teahen. So here's Quentin. Hitting at 270, 17 homers, 47 driven in. Takes a pie ball 1.
Moscoso started his career with the Tigers, never got to the big leagues with them, did get to the major leagues with Texas briefly in 9 and 10 before coming over here.
Well, he's got that little rocking motion right in the middle of his windup.
Trying to get some deception because the fastball isn't overwhelming. But he's had a pretty good run at it at 2-2.
Well, he's been doing something right with that 3.32.
Yep. He also has a great park to pitch in.
And the count 1-2 with Konerko on deck. Boy, this homestand, a 10-gamer, has flown by. We lost 2 out of 3. We lost a toughie in that final game with the Tigers. And we won 2 out of 3 against the Mariners. Won 2 out of the first 3 here. That's up high. Then an off day tomorrow. And with 2 out, count hangs at 2-2.
And true to form, he's thrown mostly fastballs.
Popped up right side. Jesus takes charge, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Moscoso, and he leads it 1-0. Tune in as Dan talks sports with your favorite athletes, celebrities, and sports media personalities. So get your sports day started with the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 8 to 11, right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Umber taking his warm-up tosses. Gave up 2 hits and a walk. Stranded 2 in the first inning while giving up that 1 run. He could have been a lot worse. So here in the second, it'll be Sizemore, Powell, and Weeks, the lower third of the Oakland order. This Oakland team has got good pitching.
Terrific pitching, and it's surprising because the defense hasn't been that good. But oh, that offense.
Well, it's just not a good ball club, with the exception of the pitching.
They're going to have a real hard time catching those Texas boys, you would think.
There's a bunt. And it's foul.
But now with the pitching staff decimated, and when you lose Dallas Braden, possibly the loss of Brett Anderson, McCarthy also DL'd.
Tyson Ross.
Yeah, I mean, he was throwing real well.
Yeah.
Promising youngster.
Our hitters.
Yeah, so it's hard to overcome.
Well, especially with the rest of the team that's on the field. They have to play to a level that just can't get there. He gone.
After the first game, we saw Sizemore, and he tattooed fastballs. He's been getting a steady diet of off-speed and curveballs. He hasn't fared very well since that 3-hit night and driving home the winning runs in the lone game that Oakland did win.
Here's Lyman Powell out of Spartanburg. No, Greenville, South Carolina. Pretty close to Spartanburg.
He's an outstanding second-string catcher at one point. He and Suzuki were head and head. And then he had a few physical problems, had knee surgery and an illness problem. And now he accepts a role as a backup, and he's one of the better catch-it-and-throw-it guys.
Well, Ray Fosse, former catcher and an all-star, couple-time all-star, former teammate of mine, and now a terrific broadcaster with the A's, as there's a strike, said this guy as a backup is just about as good as it gets.
And that's high praise from a guy that was one of the better guys around.
That knows.
He talked about his footwork. He said it's just outstanding.
He gone. 3 in a row, punched out.
I think he might have mentioned that he couldn't hit a curveball. I think. There's a look at Ray.
He was a good one. And one tough customer. Still got the scar around his neck in that fight we got into with Detroit and Cleveland. Big scar.
Well, I know you want to give him the fist pump and you don't want to shake his hand. I found that out early.
No, he's
in my association with him.
He's a toughie. Here's Jamal Weeks. 4 for 10 in this series. Little guy out of Orlando, Florida. He looks like he's going to be a good one. He's a good one right now. Looks like he's going to be a real good one. All you guys out there, he's 5'9", 160 pounds, so you don't have to be big and strong to be a good player.
Now that's the great thing about this game. When you see Dustin Pedroia win the MVP, you look at his size and you realize you just don't have to be a giant to excel.
That ball hit well into center. And a nice inning for Umber after an inning and a half. It's 1-0 bad guys. And that first inning could have been a little worse.
Certainly could. I mean, Philip Humber limited the damage. He didn't have good stuff. He wasn't throwing strike one. That's most unlike him, but he had a good bounce back inning. And they're getting their first look at Moscoso. So the first time through the order, you figure he has an advantage, although maybe not against Paulie.
Paulie hitting at .320, 16 homers, 51 driven in. 51. He's on a 12-game hitting streak.
That is a big number in this, just our 68th game of the year.
Breaking ball, and he had his extra base hit in 9 consecutive games snapped yesterday. That's a new franchise record. He was tied with Al Simmons, who did it back in 1935.
Moscoso's been throwing most of his fastballs away from the hitters.
And that's out of play.
Yale leaders in runs batted in. Adrian Gonzalez leads the way. Paulie's second to 7 behind. Then it's Beltre, and Carlos Quentin is right there along with Mark Teixeira. Apparently he doesn't like getting hit in the back.
No, I don't blame him.
No ride.
There's a major league pop-up. Fighting that wind as Pennington makes the catch. And if you missed that game last night, that was a great bounce back after that tough beat we had the day before. And I'll tell you, Brent Lillibridge has just been unbelievable this year. Johnny Danks was pitching his behind off. Johnny picked up his second straight victory. And we'll show you that game-saving catch after this pitch. As A.J. takes it. Watch this. Coco Crisp just nailed it. That's pretty good.
That's very good because his glove bent back over the wall. But the key in that game was he dominated the game without getting a base hit because his stolen base played right into the win.
Well, he stole second. Ball went into center field. He goes to third and he scores the winning run. So he's just been Mr. All-State in 2 states for us.
And put him wherever you want him, wherever you need him. And he continues to catch everything if it stays in the park and sometimes if it's going out of the park.
That's back to the middle into center field. He almost caught a bad break right there. The ball could have hit the bag. Very close. Just went right over. So you can cancel a post-game show.
This looked like a slider down in the zone. A.J. took it right back up the middle. At that batting average, hovering around 280.
And here's Alex Rios. He's 6 for 12 in this series. Had 2 hits in every game. Takes strike 1.
Most of the hits have been right back up the middle or close to it.
And the count 0-2. Adam Dunn on deck. And that's back. And we've got a special guest coming your way. Top half of next inning. Man who raised a lot of money a lot of money. And donated a lot of his money to prostate cancer. 0-2 the count to Alex Rios. Sox since May 7th have the second highest average in the major leagues, only behind Boston. Over a month now. As he got him upstairs. So he chases a bad pitch. 2 down, and here's Adam.
Well, after we left Boston and swept them there, they have just been killing people. I mean, today they're leading 9-1, beating Toronto in Toronto. Yesterday they scored 16 runs. The Boston offense is really in high gear.
They saw some pretty good pitching from our guys.
Most of the teams that face us do.
We just got to keep from stepping on our own feet. That's what we got to do. We talked earlier. I'm not worried about Cleveland. I'm not worried about Detroit. The only team I worry about is us. $21 to count.
Well, Cleveland's in the tough part of their schedule, part that we've been through already. They're not faring very well.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Get on back there. Didn't quite catch it. Right on the track. Makes it. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the third. We trail it 1-0.
I can think of the home run challenge. I can think of prostate cancer research. They go hand in hand. And Mike, tell us a little bit about the fact that people are still getting this, even though it's so easy to diagnose.
It is, but it's first, I want to tell you, it's great to be here today. I can't think of a better day in the ballpark. Just beautiful here, and there isn't a better owner in baseball than Jerry Reinsdorf. There might be one as good, but there isn't a better owner. And just a pleasure. And this whole program started 16 years ago with Jerry's help, driving Major League Baseball, with the idea of keeping Dad in the game. So, Dad's in the game. There's almost 1 million men today alive around the world because of the research and the funding we've had from Major League Baseball and the White Sox.
I know Major League Baseball will donate $50,000 to this after the home run challenge. And Tell us a little bit about...
Well, the White Sox charities donate $25,000 to this program themselves. And there is, once again, what an organization you have here and what an owner you have. And just the original idea that we came up with of keeping Dad in the game. Come out to the ballpark, talk to your dad, and as you say, get that simple test, a simple blood test. There's very few diseases in the world that you can take a simple blood test and get an indication of what can occur.
How much money have you raised so far?
Well, last year we raised $2.3 million in the Home Run Challenge. We've raised almost $500 million since we started, and we've got matches of $10 billion. And there's now 6 drugs for men with advanced prostate cancer, and we're well on our way by 2016 eliminating cancer as a cause of death and suffering. And with 1 in 6 men going to get prostate cancer and 1 in 2 men going to get cancer in their lifetime, you know, there's not a better thing to talk about on Father's Day.
Well, we are going to do our best to hit a lot of home runs and to increase the amount of money that goes into prostate cancer research.
Well, I want you to know we've completed the analysis over 16 years.
Yes.
And more home runs have been hit in this park than any other park in baseball.
Our pitchers are well aware of that, yes.
Well, and your hitters.
Yes. But thank you very much for being here. Always a pleasure, and good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Milken, boy, what a job he has done. A tireless job. He has worked tirelessly. He and Tommy Lasorda have been absolutely fantastic. But there's a quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is still 1-0 Oakland. Take on the Cubs. You could also throw out the first pitch for a chance to win $1 million. So to win other great White Sox prizes, go to tastepoints.com. That's tastepoints.com. A run on 2 hits, no errors for their guys. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for our guys here in the bottom of the third inning. And in that Seattle-Detroit game, Mariners have taken the lead 3-2 for the Tigers. Hitting in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Vizquel, Tien, and Juan Pierre.
Every time Omar's batting average starts to drop, he does something pretty well and gets it back close to 300.
Takes a strike from Guillermo Moscoso. 27 years old, 6'1", 200 pounds. Tries to make it run back over that plate. He checks it up. And the count 2-1.
Had a break on that call. As a countryman go head to head. Both Moscoso and Vizquel from Venezuela.
And there's a strike. So the count 2-2. Derek Barton way off the line at first. Pulled the string on him. He was just able to get a piece of it. Big gap out there in right center. And that changeup fouled away left side.
Yankees came into action today. 2 games in back of Boston. Boston killing Toronto, and the Yankees starting to pull away from the Indians, leading 6-0 after 5 innings.
And a full count. Did you see Girardi and Acta getting after it yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I did indeed. Well, what Acta was basically saying was Carmona couldn't throw the ball near the plate with anything. Then you accuse him of hitting it.
And that's the dreaded leadoff walk. And here's Tien. Mark hitting at 211, a homer. He's driven in 4.
Last time Mark played, he didn't have much to show for it, but he actually hit the ball very well.
And a boy checks it up, lays off of it.
I don't think we're going to do much running on the combination of Moscoso and Powell. Unless it's hit and run.
Good rip just underneath it. Or run and hit.
Can be that.
The difference on that, people have received a couple letters. Said, what's the difference in hit and run and hit? When you hit and run, you do not get picked off at first base. That's it. It's that simple. On a run and hit, they want you to treat it like a steal. So there's a chance you may get picked off. That's softly hit. Jamal Weeks over the shoulder. 1 out.
Here's our AT&T trivia question. What A's players won the AL Rookie of the Year awards in 2004 and 2005?
So here's Pierre. He popped up to short. Well, I'll tell you, that Jamal Weeks has got a nice presence about him out on that field. He looks like he is in complete charge out there. Attaboy, one. Omar makes the turn. He'll go into third. So DeJesus gets it back in. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And here comes Alexei.
Well, second time through the order, they should have a much better idea about the less than overwhelming fastball of Moscoso. That fastball right down the middle. It's at 90 to 92. That one happened to be right in the middle. Juan crushed it to right field. So runners at the corners. Now our hitters know exactly how everything he throws moves and the velocity at which it moves.
Alexei jammed himself on an off-speed pitch. Looked like a high slider inside and grounded out to third. Starts him off with another off-speeder. Looked like a screwball.
76 miles an hour. He did turn it over somewhat. He's not going to use that one too much, I don't think.
He's going to have to work on that one.
You got to sell the move to third, or the guy at first is not going to do anything. Looks like if Juan runs, it's going to be Weeks covering.
And that is just fouled. That gun.
And Hickok's on the line. And that one misses.
Good take. 2-1. And that's out of play. And a reminder, you can join the Chi Sox mobile group today by texting Paul. That's Paul to 244-769 for a chance to win an autograph. Paul Konerko bat. So text Paul to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. Come on, Alexei. Right man, right place, right time, right now. Let's get this thing tied up. Nope. Another double play. Yep. We have hit. Alexei's had a tough time lately in first and third 1-out situations.
Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
It's the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Matsui, DeJesus, and Barton to face Umber. Matsui hit a ball deep into right center field with a man on first and third and one out. Picked up his 25th RBI. Get a shift on for him. And the count evens at 1. Off day tomorrow. Then Tuesday, Gavin Floyd against Carl Pavano at Target Field in Minneapolis. That game will be over WCIU. There's a good curveball strike. Then on Wednesday, Mark Burley against Nick Blackburn, and that game over WCIU. Then on Thursday, Edwin Jackson against Brian Dunsing, and that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Here's our AT&T Uverse Multiview. Give you an idea how far off the line Tierney is in the exaggerated shift, as well as Adam Dunn, and a shot from the center field camera.
High curveball. Couldn't do anything with it. He gone. 5 strikeouts for Umber. So here's DeJesus. He drew a walk back in the first inning. Fakes the bunt. TM was playing back. Former teammate.
This is not an exaggerated shift, but Tien is well off the line at third base.
Oh, nice pick. Umber right where he should be. Nice play, Adam Dunn. Steve had just told you he was off the line. The ball was hit hard.
Pretty good play right there, crossing into foul territory. The other end of it is Umber has to get over. Has to give the big man a pretty good target. He does just that. You see Brian O'Nora calling fair all the way.
And here's Barton. Takes fastball strike. He struck out swinging on a good curveball. And the count 0-2.
After a shaky first, Umber's retired the last 9 he's faced.
Two balls, 2 strikes. All right, Chopper, no problem. Nice. That's 10 in a row retired by Umber. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th.
Year awards in 04 and 05. And the answer, Bobby Crosby and Houston Street. Houston Street, now the closer for the Colorado Rockies.
Bobby Crosby had a chance to be a really good player, and injuries just ate him alive.
Every year he'd get it going, and all of a sudden something would happen. He'd be on the disabled list.
Yep. It'll be Quentin Konerko and Pierzynski. 1-2-0 for their guys. 0-2-0 for our guys. AJ has a hit, and Juan Pierre has a hit. Quentin popped up to short right field.
Well, United Airlines leaders of the game. Centers on Carlos Quentin. He leads the American League with 8 home runs and 21 runs batted in since May 24.
That's can of corn into center. So 1 out. And that'll bring up Paulie. Paulie 0 for 1. He popped up to short.
Look at the pitches so far by contrast. Both guys in pretty good shape as far as pitches go. That was after a very long, very pitch-filled first for Philip Humber.
Carson Musselman with a changeup, and he grabs a strike with it.
Paulie during a 12-game hitting streak has been just as hot as anybody around, especially with 6 home runs and 14 driven in.
And make it a 13-game hitting streak. There's Paulie. The 1-out single.
Sweeney did a nice job of getting the ball in the corner and getting it back in. They go to fastball down, and even though it's on the outer third, Paulie doesn't miss fastballs very much. Even after Sweeney stumbles, he still hits a cutoff man while falling back into the corner.
So here is Pierzynski. He chopped a single right over the mound, right over second base into center field. Change up. And a reminder, the Sox and Cubs rivalry continues as the winner of the series takes home the BP Crosstown Cup. White Sox, Cubs here at beautiful US Cellular Field, June 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
It's kind of surprising on the first pitch that Barton was playing in front of Paul Konerko at first. And then probably the dugout looked out and told him, get behind it. Get at least a better angle on a ground ball.
And a count, 0-2. And that's going to be unplayable. Alex Rios on deck. So with 1 out, 0-2 the count to Pierzynski. Come on, AJ, first and 30. And that hit him.
This ball inside. A.J. doesn't do a whole lot to get out of the way. We need base runners.
That's the 42nd time we have been hit this year.
That one A.J. took for the team.
That leads the major leagues. And in contrast, our pitchers have hit 14, which is tied with the Padres for the fewest hit batsmen in baseball.
This is the second time all year that A.J.'s been hit.
Well, between he and Carlos, they've been hit a lot.
Between you, me, and Carlos, we've been hit a lot.
There's a strike. Alex struck out his first trip. Good check. And a count 1-2 with Adam Dunn on deck. Boston leading Toronto 12-1. Bottom of the 7th up in Canada. Red Sox are mashing. Got him again.
Lean back. 92 is where he tops out. He stayed away. And then on our Dodge pitch tracks, the high fastball and right by him. So now it's up to the big man, at the very least, drive home the tying run.
Well, he almost put us ahead back in the second inning with A.J. at first, 2 out. He had a high towering drive. It sounded like he may have cracked his bat. He just muscled it out there on the track in deep right center. And they've got the big shift on. Jamal Weeks playing short right field.
This probably should be the guy that Adam gets some pretty good swings at. He is far less than overpowering, and the fastball is pretty straight.
Did not check it up.
That curveball out of the zone, but it evens the count.
Got that fastball in a good spot, right underneath his hands.
It's out of the strike zone, but too enticing for Adam to lay off of. See Dodge pitch tracks. Watch where the 3 appears. Very good pitcher's pitch. Left-hand hitter can't do anything with that one.
That ball hit way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Grand Canyon. Adam Dunn, a 3-run bomb, and the Sox lead it 3-1. Mercy.
Dunn's now driven in 29 on his 7th home run, and more importantly, it's a 3-1 lead. It's a hanging curveball. Our Ford home run replay. This one just comes up there spinning, and Dunn takes it way out of the park.
And that ties him with Joe DiMaggio in home runs at 361. So here is Omar. And that's popped up into left center. Coco making the call, has the ball, and that'll retire the side, but not before. That 3-run homer, Sox lead it 3-1. $5-3, and if you are the 500 texture, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway. 3-1 good guys here in the top of the 5th inning. Long 3-run homer by Adam Dunn. Sizemore can't get it. He struck out his first trip. Lower third of the order for Oakland. Sizemore, Powell, and Weeks. Close, didn't get it.
Sizemore's not going to have much of a shot at the Umber curveball. Except if it's down there.
Takes a strike to even the count of 2. Took the pitches. Had a chance to hit.
Now it's going to be the wipeout breaking ball. See you later.
He gone.
When you take the fastball and you know the guy's best pitch is a curveball, you usually have problems. And
that was
time,
that was my problem.
That was it.
9 years. You just saw it.
It's not too late, especially with what they're making now.
Powell struck out. And the count 1-1. That home run by Dunn. And of course the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 71. There's a curveball strike. So that means $7,100 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula. And that Boston 12-1 lead over Toronto. Gonzalez, Adrian Gonzalez has doubled, has homered. He gone.
Well, both AJ and Umber knew that one more curveball would get the job done. He got it over the plate and got the job done.
And a reminder, you can win tickets to see the Sox take on the Cubs and the chance to deliver the starting lineup card during the Sox Cup Series at U.S. Cellular Field June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. As here's Jamal Weeks. Takes a strike. So look in your June 19th Sunday Chicago Tribune for more details. That'd be a guess. Take the lineup card out. Good curveball. Weeks 0 for 1, hit the ball hard into left center field. Had to force that one a little bit.
Well, the walk to DeJesus in the first inning was the last base runner that Oakland has had. As Umber's gotten in a good rhythm and thrown strikes.
And that's right at that's a Hank Woodman for Weeks. Meanwhile, that is 13 in a row retired. We're halfway home, leading 3-1. Us that the Indians have one more tomorrow against those Pinstripes in the Bronx.
It's a wraparound series, and the Yankees are wrapping around the Tribe.
Mark Teahen will lead it off. That's Rick Leary's pick to click today. Mark popped up to second his first trip. Oh, he just missed that one. Wow. Just underneath it. So if you're keeping score, that's an 8 JM.
Teahen, who has been swinging the bat pretty well when he's had the opportunity, gets a low fastball Left-handers do indeed love low fastballs. And he did just miss it. Sending Crisp way back there.
So here's one. He's 1 for 2. A solid single to right. Back in the third as he starts him off with a changeup.
Sizemore in just about as close as you can get at third base, discouraging Juan from laying down a bunt.
But should not discourage him from trying to slap one by him. And the count 1-2.
Dodge pitch tracks will show you this is a pretty good pitch. Juan was thinking about laying it down. Watch where the 3 appears. Get that called when you have low knees.
Get over his head. It will. So the 1-out single. He's 2 for 3.
Another fastball. This one dumped into left field.
And here's Alexei. He's 0 for 2. Twice he's grounded to Sizemore third, once into a 5-4-3 double play. That was in the third inning with 1 out, runners at the corners. And a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. One lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental U.S. United Airlines flies. So United proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. Sparky Seifert, Mike Corrigan, Sparky Jr., and the crew. We'll see them tomorrow night. Good folks, good folks. First and third in Alexei. Nope. Got in on him, a little pop up. And that is out number 2, and here comes Quentin. Quentin's over 2. He's popped up to right and going out to center. Pitch out, nothing on. Three 5-0 for us, 1-2-0 for them.
Pitch outs usually called by the dugout, and because Bob Melvin was a former catcher, he's probably calling his own.
Foul straight back.
Well, even if you're security, you have to be ever vigilant, or you'll be wearing the gum cup.
Decent lead. And there's a smash right back through the middle. So with 2 out, 2 on, that'll bring up Paulie.
Boys starting to hit that fastball a little more frequently from Moscoso.
Paulie, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Started off that 3-run fourth with a 1-out single. Ollie, nice pass at it. One and one to count. Big pitch right here. Outfield straight up, spread out. Off speed tried to trick him, and the count 2-1. And that's into right field. DeJesus.
Good catch.
Yeah, he made a terrific play right there. Sliding, perfect timing, and that'll retire the side. So we'll go to the 6th, leading by 2.
Each team. Adam Dunn makes a beautiful play along with Umber getting the bag. And they retired DeJesus, but then DeJesus comes into play with a great sliding catch. And he ends the inning.
That pitch down low to Coco Crisp, who was 1 for 2 with a stolen base and a run scored. 3-6-0 for our Sox, 1-2-0 for their A's. And that's a fair ball.
Adam didn't look like he saw that ball real well. But Brian O'Nora did. Motion fair all the way.
So that breaks a streak of 13 in a row retired by Umber.
You can see it right there. It is fair. Crossing the bag in fair territory. #14th double.
And that'll bring up Cliff Pennington. Cruz 1 for 2, a single back in the first. In fact, that was the last hit off Humber up until that double by Crisp. And that's deep into right field. Quentin back. Yes. He had a long way to go. He got there and made a good catch. So Crisp tags and goes into third.
Pennington hits this ball, bidding for his 4th home run. Carlos just before the screen and on the look. Runs it down, gets it back in.
So here's Sweeney. He has struck out and he has grounded to second. Infield back. Good curveball strike. Omar's got him. So Crisp scores, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
7th run driven in by Sweeney.
So that'll bring up Matsui. Has a sacrifice fly and a strikeout.
Lexi playing right up the middle. And Omar so close to Adam Dunn he can almost shake hands with him.
To another count. DeJesus on deck. And there's a strike. Seattle hitting in the top of the 9th, leading 5-3 over the Tigers. Checks it up and takes ball 3. And that's going to be out of play. And a reminder, the Ozzie plan includes your choice of 13 games, including the BP Crosstown Cup Series against the Cubs. Also, it includes matchups against the Twins, Yankees, and Red Sox. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Two out and the payoff pitch. High into left field. Right in front of Luke Appling. Hauls it down. And that'll retire the side. But they pick up one. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, leading by 1. stars and celebrities join host David Kaplan to discuss the day's hottest sports topics and set the table for the night ahead. Chicago Tribune Live presented by Captain Morgan. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Captain Morgan. Every time I think of that, I think of Hard Art Kushner.
That was one of his faves?
Oh, yeah.
He had a little captain in him, did he?
Oh, yeah. AJ takes a strike. 3-2 good guys here in the bottom of the 6th.
Moscoso's only made it through 6 innings once, so he might be vulnerable this inning.
Well, Umber has really pitched well today. That bad part about it is he only given up 2 singles and a double, 3 hits total, 2 of them have scored.
Well, giving them up to the speed guys is a problem, and they got 1 speed guy. And he scored both the runs, and that's
he's got
Coco
2 of the 3
Crisp.
hits.
Yes, sir.
Coco's a good player.
There's look at Umber, who's been nothing short of spectacular. He's bursting on the scene this spring.
That's in and out of the LG Skyline Club seats. And I want to send out some condolences to the friends and family of Solio Testa. Solio Testa, who was a huge Sox fan, passed away. Our condolences to the family and friends. Full count. All for a base hit. Start us off right here. And that's ball 4. The dreaded leadoff walk. Just the second one issued by Moscoso.
About ready to deliver pitch number 87. And this is where you'd think that Romanek and Melvin would be watching him pretty closely.
Here's Alex. Alex struck out twice. Having trouble picking up Moscoso's fastball. And there's the curveball. Takes a strike to even the count at 1. Adam Dunn on deck. One and 2.
Take a look at it. Alex thought it was down a bit.
So did
Powell, because he dragged it back up.
Landon Powell. Get out of here. Don't come back. Don't come back. It's coming back, and that's out number 1. So here comes Grand Canyon. Adam Dunn, and here's what he did back in the 4th with 2 aboard.
Got a hanging curveball, and he heard it. This one way back there. On a day really where the ball has not been carrying to right field. It's been carrying somewhat to left and left center. But as Willie McCovey, the Hall of Famer, once told me, when the big guys get them, it doesn't matter which direction the wind blows.
You can be at O'Hare, Grand Canyon, it doesn't make any difference.
He qualifies as one of the big guys.
Takes first pitch strike. And the count evens at 1. Seattle now leading the Tigers 7-3. Justin Smoke has just hit a 2-run homer.
Go Mariners.
high in the center field. Had him off balance out in front. So 2 down. And here's Omar, who has walked, and he's gone out to center.
Overall, Moscoso has not pitched a bad ball game. He made the one big mistake to Dunn. He's gotten out of some jams. Kept the ball, for the most part, around the plate. And when they scouted him at Texas, the Oakland scouts liked what they saw of his arm. So they brought him over.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think he's pitched a heck of a ball game. He's been aggressive. Coming right at him. Sweeney's got that one, and that'll retire the side, so he pitches over the leadoff walk, and we're into the 7th, leading 3-2.
Stand is over, and after the day off tomorrow, it's on to the Twin Cities to take on the Twinkies. They're playing 3:33 baseball at home, and then another edition of interleague play with the Diamondbacks in Phoenix before coming back here against the Cubs and Washington.
It'll be David DeJesus, Derek Barton, and Scott Sizemore here in the top of the 7th. 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors for our Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for their A's. 3-run homer by Adam Dunn. If you're just tuning in. First pitch strike. Close, didn't get it.
You don't want Adam to stray too far off the line if they're going to go with off-speed pitches to DeJesus, because they're playing him as a pull hitter. And this is still only a 1-run game.
And that one high. That's good, should be. Can of corn.
With their steady diet of slow breaking balls, he threw him a fastball and he was tardy on it.
So here's Barton. Brandon Lee gone now for Seattle, trying to close it out. And he just strikes out Austin Jackson. And that's into left field. That should be, could be, yes, it is another can of corn. So here's Sizemore. He's been to the plate twice and struck out twice. Takes it right there.
Probably will be the best pitch he'll have to hit in the entire at bat.
And the count 0-2.
When fastball, slider, and I don't think you need a setup pitch. Go to the curveball. AJ.
The low. Outfield straight up, spread out. About equidistant. 10 back and well off the line. There's a curveball hit hard, and this game is tied. A hanger, and he heard it. Tied at 3. High curveball.
They usually go a long way if they come up there spinning, and that one did.
He's only given up 4 hits and 3 runs off those 4 hits.
Ford home run replay, and you can see this ball doing nothing. Leaves the yard. Sizemore with his first home run as a member of the Oaklands. Humber gave up his 6th.
So a 3-3 tie. And Powell has struck out twice himself. Ted's boy. Scott Sizemore.
Ted was a very good player.
Ted was a very good competitor, too.
You know, he's one of those guys that came out of Michigan, one of those guys that you had to look at his overall game, because he was a guy that was hitting second behind Lou Brock, and he was a guy that always got Lou Brock that extra base wherever Brock was.
Ted was a good player, and I always loved his competitiveness. He would battle you behind.
Well, Lou would get on with a walker single, steal second, and then Ted would bunt him to third, and they'd have a run in the first inning. Almost all the time.
2-2 the count. Ted's got a piece of it. So if you did not see the second game, it was Scott Sizemore who came up with a bases clearing double in the top of the 9th inning. They scored 4 and beat us 7-5. They scored 4 with 2 out, nobody on, and 0-2 to count on Willingham.
That was the 5th game that we have lost this year. In the 9th inning, entering with the lead.
3 of them against Oakland.
Yeah, those are tough ones. Lucas Harrell loosening in the pen.
It's in and out of the Oakland dugout. So the count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And he walks it. Second walk issue by Umber.
Dan Cooper on the phone wants to find out if Harrell is loose yet, or if they want perhaps a left-hander up. And with AJ going out, these are instructions from the bench to go out, kill some time.
Matt Thornton. And here's Jamal Weeks. 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard in the left center field. His first trip in the second inning. Then in the fifth inning, hit a line shot right to center field. Rios was right. Johnny on the spot.
Coop's got to work on that walk. It's a little too quick. You want to take that real slow walk to the mound when your left-hander has just gotten up. But he's going to wait out there until Ed Rapuano comes out and breaks it up.
He slowed it down a little bit now. Now he speeds it up.
Now he's back in foul territory.
So here's a tough little customer right here. Takes first pitch strike.
Coco Crisp is a far better left-hand hitter than a right-hand hitter. It could very well be that if he doesn't get by Weeks, it'll be Thornton against Crisp, who's got 2 hits already. And that just missed it.
Well, Jamal thought about it. He had a quick thought about taking one on the
for
backside.
The team. Then he realized that he doesn't have much backside, so he got out of the way of it. He'll learn to lean into those, make it look like he's leaning away.
There's not enough meat on those bones for that. That's heading to left field. And that'll retire the side, but not before the home run by Scott Sizemore, his first in Oakland uniform. 7th inning stretch, tied at 3. Curveball, first pitch to Mark Teahen, leading off here in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-3 tie. 3 runs, 6 hits for us, 3 runs, 4 hits for them. Neither team has committed an error. 2-0 the count. Mark is 0 for 2. Last time, leading off the 5th, he just missed one. High towering drive into deep right center. And there's the strike. Not what he was looking for on 2-0.
96th pitch. It's turned into the longest career outing for Moscoso in the major league.
He has pitched well. Give up that 3-run homer. Thing that really hurt him in that inning right there was hitting AJ on a 0-2 pitch.
Went 6 innings, his first time out against the Angels. Other than that, he's never been beyond that.
So a full count to Teahen. Ball for base hit, Mark. Nice and easy, buddy, not too much. Fouls it back, and the Mariners have defeated Detroit 7-3. Hernandez over Porcello.
I don't think Cleveland's coming back at the Yankees, so this would be a good one to win and pick up ground on both. Yankees leading 9-1. Bottom of the 8th.
And that's ball four. Good eye, good at bat by Teahen. So here's one. He is 2 for 3. Solid single in the 3rd to right. A little looping slap single to left in the 5th.
Been somewhat surprised the bullpen has not gotten up to this point, but it appears that they're going to get up now.
Sizemore well in on the grass at 3rd. Outfield. Short swung around to the left. Gap out there in right center. Decent lead by Teahen. Just jabs at it. Boy, one has really had a lot of problems with his bunting game this year.
Grant Balfour loosening up in the pen.
Sit him down. He's giving us nothing but fits.
Heard
He's come here from Australia.
One time in the series was a perfect inning.
Did the same. We only got him one time, I believe. We got him pretty good down in St. Pete when he was with Tampa Bay. Outside of that one time, I mean, he's just been lights out against us.
And to give Balfour some time to get loose, Ron Romanek comes out from the dugout. He's going to spend some time on the mound. Those are pretty decent numbers for a guy making his 4th major league start.
So the 1-1 count. Just turning in, A's was 1 in the 1st. Sox, that 3-run home by Dunn in the 4th. Oakland picked up 1 in the 6th and 1 in the top half of this inning. Thank goodness it hit the ground. It was foul. So another. Now the count 1-2. Watch out. Come on, one. One out.
Now it's up to Ramirez and probably Quinton trying to get the run home after the failure to execute offensively.
Here's Alexei. He's 0 for 3. Twice he's grounded to third, one into a 5-4-3 double play. That was in the third inning. Man on first and third, one out. Takes ball one. Got to stay away from the double play. Alexei tied for second in the league in the hitting in the double plays, with Adrian Gonzalez with 12. Torrey Hunter leads. And the count 2-0. Torrey Hunter leads the league with 17 double plays.
Well, I think I'd rather have Adrian. You can live with his double plays with what he's doing. He's hitting everything in sight. Derek Jeter had another couple of hits today in his pursuit of 3,000, so I think he's seven away now. Yeah.
Top of the ninth in Philadelphia. They lead the Cubs 4-3. And right here, the 2-0 pitch. Three and nothing.
Pitch number 107 forthcoming. Bob Melvin going to squeeze a lot out of Moscoso.
Well, he's got to learn these guys. And not even close.
Well, I think he has learned that it's time to go to that pen.
Yep. So, a couple of walks this inning with one out. Quinton will be the hitter. And he's just talking to him. And now here comes the pen as Moscoso departs, and we'll be back. This selection of official gear, including authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at WhiteSox.com.
Our Verizon call to the pen. Here's Grant Balfour. He's 4-1, picking up a win in this series. 2.70 ERA, and for the 28th time, 26 2/3 innings. Control has been a factor at times. 13 walks, but 29 strikeouts. And he's given up 3 home runs. So he inherits pretty much the game on the bases. Runners at first and second, only 1 out, and the heart of the order due up.
Well, this is his 5th appearance against us this year. He's 2-0 against us. We have not scored on him. Lifetime, he's 3-0 with the save. So here we go. 2 on 1 out, and here's Quentin. He has popped up to right, gone out to center, and singled sharply back through the middle. And he primarily has done it against us with nothing but his fastballs. There was one right there, foul straight back. Quentin is 1 for 8 with 4 strikeouts against Balfour. They're going to go. Throws it into the outfield. So here comes Kean. He'll score. Alexian at third. And the Sox lead it 4-3. Yes.
That would have been a very tough play for Sizemore. This is the second ball in the series he's thrown away. He was better off going to first base with that one. But he didn't. Slow chopper hit to the left side. And with the runner already going, this would have been bang-bang even if it was a pinpoint throw.
Yeah, that's a bad play.
Get the sure out at first. But fortunately, they didn't. And it's a 1-run lead.
Bad play for them, a great play for us. Don't stop now, boys, as here's Paulie. Paulie's 1 for 3. Singled and scored. Started off that 3-run fourth with a 1-out single. Paulie is 3 for 13 lifetime off Balfour with a homer. And there's a base hit. Attaboy, Paulie. So the 2 walks have come around to cross home plate. And it's a 5-3 Sox lead.
RBI number 52. First ball, fastball. Doesn't matter that it's down and off the plate outside. Paulie is tattooing everybody's fastball these days. That's a huge run.
Don't stop now, boys, as here's AJ. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the second, was hit by a pitch and scored in the fourth, and he walked to lead off last inning. Takes first pitch strike. AJ 0 for 2 lifetime off Balfour. 5-7 and 0 for us, 3-4 and a huge one for them.
Can close the book on Moscoso at 6 1/3. 5 runs, 4 earned. On 6 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts.
And they turn it. But we get a break, take advantage of it, put 2 on the board. We'll go to the 8th leading 5-3.
Thornton, who comes into the game. He's got a 2-run lead, and lately he has been lights out. 0-3 record, the ERA 4.84, but it's come down substantially on for the 25th time. Does have a couple of saves, and he'll be looking at the top of this Oakland order.
Coco Crisp, Cliff Pennington, and Ryan Sweeney, the scheduled hitters. So Coco is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored also to go along with a stolen base. High and wide. There's the strike. Outfield. Straight up, spread out, just about equidistant, maybe a itsy bitsy gap out there in left center. 2-1.
Humber went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs on just 4 hits, a couple of walks and 7 strikeouts. Another very impressive performance. Ryan Fuentes loosing in the pen.
Right back to Matt. And a big out, the first out. So here's Pennington. He's 1 for 3. Taking some other scores for you. Top of the 8th in Baltimore, 7-5 Tampa Bay. Minnesota defeated Texas 6-1. Laureano over Matt Harrison. Milwaukee leading St. Louis 4-3, bottom of the 8th at Miller Park. Ruku, they're coming on. And Alexei, thank you very much. 2 down. And something we did not comment on last inning was giving Alexei a lot of credit, getting a good jump and getting down to second base in a hurry.
Put a little pressure, even more pressure on the throw than it normally was.
That's right, more. The first pitch strike to Sweeney. That's some gas right there.
When I talked to Matt in Boston, he told me that he thought he found it. He said you couldn't see it on any kind of tape, but he thought he had found what he was doing wrong. And since that time, he's exactly right.
I went up to him the other day. I said, Matt's back. He looks at me and goes, yeah, it only took 2 months.
Well, better in the better late than never theory.
Yeah. Two out, 1-2 the count. Matsui on deck. Sweeney just did get a piece of it. Milwaukee getting ready to go into first place if they can hold that lead over St. Louis.
They will have swept them in 3 and take a half-game lead.
And that's out of play. And another foul ball. Good check right there by Sweeney. So a full count. And the 2-out walk. So here is a dangerous man in this scenario. Matsui has a sacrifice fly, a strikeout, and a fly out to left field. Looking for it, got it, pulled off of it, and fouls it over our dugout.
Sergio Santos getting loose in the pen. One of the reasons he's getting loose is they've got Willingham on the bench in case Melvin wants to go to him. Ozzie counters with Santos.
And the count 0-2.
Matsui aired it out on that swing.
Five, 3 Sox here in the top of the 8th, 2 out. Man on, and here's the 0-2 pitch. Matt aired it out on that one. 97. And another at 97.
Trying to get that high heat by him. And so he keeps barely staying alive.
Well, one thing about it, the more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. Another one at 97.
We'll see where the 5 appears, and it is way wide.
And that's up high. The 2-2. All right. All right. He takes it himself, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, leading by 2. Postgame Live. Watch highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill. Plus, go live to Ozzy's postgame remarks. That's always entertaining. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox Postgame Live immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
At the veteran left-hander in the game, Brian Fuentes. 1-7 this year. Has not been a banner year for him. 4.88 ERA after the 30th time. He does, however, have 11 saves.
It'll be Rios, Dunn, and Vizquel. Start us off right here, Alex. Alex with 2 hits in the first game, 2 hits in the second game, 2 hits in the third game. Takes first pitch strike. He's 0 for 3 today. He's still 6 for 15 in this series. So we'll get Alex and Adam warmed up. And it's Katie bar the door. Had him way out in front, and the count very quickly 0-2. St. Louis hitting in the top of the ninth, trailing the Brew Crew 4-3. That's low. Mets shut out the Pirates 7-0 at PNC. Phillies beat the Cubs 4-3 at Citizens Bank. Oswalt over Marshall. Weeks. And that's out number 1, and here comes Dunn. He is 1 for 3. And here's what he did back in the 4th inning.
Moscoso didn't make many mistakes, but this is one he did make. And he threw it a long way.
And that's out of play left side. Bottom of the 9th in Houston, Atlanta leading 4-1. Outfield there deep, spread out. Breaking ball. Adam looks like he's starting to get a little hitterish up there. Takes that. And the count 1-2.
Well, he's had some actually pretty decent years against left-hand pitchers, and then some years that were not so decent. But this year, he's been a real struggle for him. If he starts hitting the lefties, then he's going to put together a very good year.
And a 1-2. Plays off the breaking ball. For the A's in their top of the 9th inning, it'll be DeJesus, Barton, and Sizemore, the scheduled hitters. Got him on the, took something off that breaking ball. 2 down. So here's Omar. Omar has walked. He's gone out to center, and he's gone out to left. And reminder, organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season. Purchase a block of tickets and enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Call 312-674-1000 to visit whitesox.com. There's the Bertucci boys out there. They will party along with you. 1-0 the count. And that's popped up. Pennington will make the catch. That'll retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Fuentes. And we're into the ninth.
But Ozzie might not be done with his changes. He wants to go to the bullpen after allowing Matt Thornton to loosen up, and he's calling on Sergio Santos. So as Matt leaves, gets a hand, Sergio comes in, and we'll be back. On for the 26th time. 3 outs, and we pick up a game on both Cleveland and Detroit.
So Connor Jackson, that was the reason Ozzie waited until they made the announcement. They took down DeJesus to pinch hit Jackson. That's when he made the change. So here we go, top of the ninth, 5-3 White Sox. Outfield straight up, spread out. And that pitch outside.
Martin has shifted across from third to first.
Jackson has faced Santos twice. He's 0 for 2. There's a good strike. And the count 1-2.
Rooney and Sale. He's kind of standing around, tossing leisurely in the pen with the day off tomorrow.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Don't want to go full. Take him right here. There it was for Connor. He was all over it, just underneath it. So if you're just tuning in, A's with 1 in the first, Sox 3 in the fourth. That 3-run homer by Adam Dunn. They added another one in the sixth, made it 3-2. Then they tied it with the home run by Sizemore in the seventh, and then the Sox came back with 2 in the bottom of the seventh. Fouls that one back. So the count hangs at 2-2. Full count.
Martin in the on-deck circle.
That is high and that is foul. So the count remains 3-2. And there is a base hit into center field. So the more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. And that'll bring up Derek Barton. Barton has struck out, bounced back to the pitcher, and going out to left. Takes first pitch strike. Decent lead by Jackson. And that's out of play. Very quick to the count, nothing, 0-2. 1-2 pitch. He gone. Good changeup.
Had some trouble with the control of the slider, so he goes to the changeup, and he has Barton way out in front of him.
So here's Sizemore. He's 1 for 3, a homer. That tied the game at 3 back in the 7th. But the other night against Sergio with the bases loaded. 1-0 fastball, and he just crushed it. Knocked in 3 runs. They went on and scored 4 and won it 7-5. But that was then. And there's a strike. Sizemore got a high curveball from Umber back in the 7th and hit it out of here for his first homer in an Oakland uniform. Nice block. 2-1 to count.
Block that pitch, you keep the double play in order. It's never easy, Oz. It's never easy.
I think he's found that out by now.
What a job that is.
Worst job in baseball. Non-uniform is the GM. Worst job in uniform is a hitting coach. Second worst job is a manager.
Well, I think the manager is the worst job because you can get rid of that hitting coach quicker than you can get rid of the manager.
Hitting coach is toughest job in baseball. Uniform. Yep. Almost. Meanwhile, a full count with 1 out. And that's ball 4. So the tying runs on the bases, and here comes Ozzie. All right, he is going out to talk to Sergio. He hadn't made the call of the pen yet.
I don't think
Willingham is going to come out. No, if Willingham's going to hit, he's going to stay in there because he's got Chris Sale down there. So he's going to stay with him. So Josh Willingham will come up to hit for Landon Powell. Willingham, 10 homers and 41 RBIs. He's the big man on this club for production.
He was a guy that Sergio had 0-2 with 2 outs. Wound up walking him, and then everything deteriorated from there.
That is high in the right field. Quentin is there. So Connor Jackson tags, goes into third, 2 down. And here's Jamal Weeks. Smile is 0 for 3 today. Takes it up high. Two down, runners at the corners. 5-3 Sox. Top of the ninth if you're just tuning in. There's a strike. So the count 1-1. Big pitch right here. Coco Crisp on deck. And advantage goes to Sergio. I am just really surprised that he hadn't taken off first. He's got a good lead.
They're almost conceding him second base.
Yeah. Piggy.
Came close.
That lead he had right there looked like he may have been going. Not quite as big, but close. And the 1-2 pitch. Back through the middle into center field. So it's a 5-4 game. And here comes Crisp, who is 2 for 4 today.
It was a very good thing that Sizemore did not run early in the count. Second run batted in for Weeks. First hit of the day. It's a 1-run game, and the game is on the bases.
Crisp is dangerous. High and wide.
AJ going out to try to settle him down.
And that's foul back. Actually got a pretty good pitch to hit right there and just underneath it.
Well, he went to his changeup, which seems to be his comfort pitch when he's not really commanding the slider.
Those high changeups up out over the plate have a tendency to go a long way.
They do.
And the count 2-1. Just checking Weeks out right there. He's been to the plate 17 times in this series, and he has yet to strike out.
No, he's had very good at bats. Very good.
Grant guns over the top. Yes! And this ball game is over. So Bob Melvin now out to talk to Onora as Sergio Santos nails it down, picking up the save and getting the win for Philip Humber as the Sox get another good performance from Umber.
I thought Umber was just terrific today. He started off a little shaky in the first inning where he used 27 pitches, and then all of a sudden that curveball came to him. The slider was there. He threw the ball real well, went 7 innings again, and left it over to the bullpen, who picked up a big win because we pick up a game on Cleveland and Detroit.
I'll tell you, against these A's, they have been this year. This is the 10th time we've played them. We're 6-4 against them the last time we played them this year. And it seems like in the 9th inning this year, they have absolutely been phenomenal against us.
And for a team that doesn't have a real big offense, they have created some big problems. And that last play, bang, bang, could have gone either way, but it went the right way.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is Grand Canyon. Adam Dunn, that big, long, 3-run homer in the 4th inning, our GMC player of the game. And right now, let's go down the field level.
Sarah Kustok here with Sergio Santos. Sergio, you pick up your 12th save of the season. The last 2 outings may not have went as you had hoped, but how anxious were you to get back out there on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to get in there yesterday and kind of erase what happened the night before. I'm glad I was able to get in tonight or today and get the job done. You know, thanks to Ozzie for putting me back in that situation and having the confidence that I can get the job done, and I'm glad I was able to do it.
Philip Umber gives up just 3 runs off 4 hits, 7 strikeouts tonight. He's done an incredible job this entire season for you guys, filling in the starting rotation. What have you seen out of him and why he's been so successful?
He just has that confidence. I mean, he goes out there and he puts us in a situation to win every game, and his confidence is going good now, and hopefully that it's already kick-started in our other starters, and then hopefully we can keep winning games and take home that AL Central title.
You guys keep winning games. Cleveland loses today. Detroit loses today. Just 3.5 games out of first, the closest you've been since the middle of April. What does it mean that you've been able to take advantage of the other teams losing and you guys covering some ground?
Yeah, I mean, we've just been playing better baseball, as you can tell. We're getting big hits when we need to, and we're holding leads when we have the lead, and our starters are going 6-7 and putting us in position to win. So we're just going to continue doing that, focusing in on us, and let Cleveland and Detroit do what they do, and we got a lot of games against them, and things can change.
All right, thanks, Sergio.
Thank you.
Sergio Santos helping the White Sox to a 5-4 victory.
All right, Sarah, nice job. And for my partner, Steve Stone, our director, Jim Angiu, our producer, Mike Leary, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, the executive producer, Jim Corno Jr., also for the mayor, Mean Joe Groove, Mike Mayer up here in the booth, Frank D'Amato. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.